Spirit Christmas is owned by Spirit Halloween, so when they opened up their Christmas store, they made sure to throw in some nods to their Halloween roots by adding some creepy decorations throughout. Of course, they have all the classic items for Christmas, but today I'll be looking for everything horror related, from ornaments to creepy Santas. Let's see what they got at this location in Toms River, New Jersey. Now, of course, I could talk about the animatronics, but none of these are creepy, so I'm not even gonna bother. Normally I would, but I want to keep this video about everything horror themed. Really, the only creepy stuff you're gonna find is this guy and how much he cost. But as cool as these are, I'll show them in another video. Let's go to the horror stuff. These items definitely aren't for everyone, and I'm not even saying I would buy most of it personally. I like to separate Halloween and Christmas, but they're kind of unique in their own way because you won't see stuff like this in many other Christmas stores. And this whole section right here is dedicated to horror. They have a bunch of other stuff scattered throughout, but this is the main section, so we'll start here. Right in the front, you have these Santas holding a creepy Halloween book and this lollipop. There's nothing too creepy about this other than the book. If this wasn't Halloween, it would just be a regular Christmas decoration. But right under it is definitely a lot more Halloween with his black outfit. You got a skull right there, and he's even holding a pumpkin. Oh, and don't forget this spider. But don't worry, if this is not creepy enough for you, right under there, it gets even creepier. They have a skeleton Santa with this gray beard and a skull right there. I like how as you go down, it just gets more and more creepy. Is my name on the list? Yeah, I don't think it is. Going around that corner into the main part, we have this creepy artwork. We also have this creepy snowman right here. It's another black and white painting. This sign that says Merry Creepmas. I guess you put that on the wall or something. You got Ho Ho Horror. This is like a metal tin sign. I thought it was going to be paper. This one right next to it is Oh Holy Fright. And then the last one of these is Dead Inside But Jolly. And it's a snowman skeleton thing. Making our way down to the bottom, we got this Gremlins poster or something. It looks like it's a bunch of things you put on the wall. I'm not even sure what that is. We got one for Krampus as well. I've never seen this movie, but I almost forgot to point out this animatronic of Krampus. That's only in the box. They only sell this at Spirit Christmas. I've never seen it at the Halloween store. I can imagine if you've seen this movie, this is really cool, but I haven't, so I wouldn't pick this up personally. On this top shelf, we have some more items, starting with Santa's sleigh that's all black, and you got skulls inside of it, just like so. I'm not sure what messed up kid asked for this stuff, but hey, at least he got his Christmas wish. You have this that I remember seeing last year. It's Santa's face until you move it, and it's messed up. I actually thought this one was kind of cool, just because I always liked stuff that moved like that. We have more of these sleighs with a creepy snowman. I'm guessing this is the same one on that painting. And then you got this little tray with the same thing, Dead Inside But Jolly. I have a feeling I'm gonna see this one a lot. Also, this is really dent up. This shelf has some of the same stuff we just saw with Santa's boot. Looks like dried up Coca-Cola with skulls. Here's these guys called the Sidesteppers. They usually would see in Spirit Halloween, but now they have it in Spirit Christmas. When you press the button, all they do is just step to the side. I guess people love this stuff. They had so many of these with different characters, but how can you sell it in a Christmas store? Well, just throw a Santa hat on it and there you go. We have this creepy Christmas tree that I would absolutely hate because it looks like it would just make a mess all over your house. I mean, just picking it up, look at it, just gets all over. We have this statue of Santa wearing all black. And then at the end, we move to the creepy nutcrackers. These are some of the most surprising things last year. I remember really liking a couple of them, so I'm happy to see they brought it back. This one might be the most creepy in the front with this scary snowman. He's got an icicle right there and this sign that says slashing through the snow. I definitely don't remember seeing this one last year. We got a Santa skeleton right here. I love when the nutcracker part's not even in his mouth. It's just in his rib cage. This one's more or less the same thing. It has the same face, but now he's actually dressed up as Santa, and he even has his reindeer right there. He's looking a little dead, but we have another skeleton one dressed up as this thing. These right here I remember seeing last year. It's the typical nutcracker look, but they're bleeding out of the mouth and their brains exposed. And then you also have this sign that says Merry Creepmas. This one right next to it is more or less the same thing as that, just different colors. Right here we have Ghostface himself. They have a bunch of these, but when you move the lever in the back, it looks like he's slashing right at you. I mean, at this point, this isn't even Christmas. I would just put this up in Halloween time. All the way at the bottom, you have Terrifier, and you can see he's moving the axe right there. It's crazy how popular this guy is getting. He's almost right up there with Michael Myers and even Jason Voorhees. And then the last one at the end is Krampus himself. They have so many of this. So that was all the creepy ones here, but if you go right across from this area, you do have some typical nutcrackers. Don't worry, they're not all messed up. The next big area would be all the ornaments. You can see they have a ton here, and most of them are pretty goofy. Like, did you ever want a thing of chicken nuggets on your tree? Well, here you go. They got an Xbox controller. Here's mac and cheese. And of course, these creepy ones at the bottom. Most of them look to be the same as the nutcrackers, like this snowman. You got Ghostface, this skeleton Santa, and this evil nutcracker. But if you're looking for Halloween ornaments, then this is the area for you. This entire section is dedicated to that. I'm not sure how many are new versus just from last year, but I'll take a look at all of them now. Starting right here in the front, you have some classic horror characters like Jigsaw in the front. You have the Wolfman. You got Leatherface right here, Art the Clown, and then Michael Myers at the end right here. Making our way down, we have a Halloween ornament of Michael Myers, and then another one right next to that. And then here's a third ornament from Halloween, but this one's not Michael Myers, it's Ghost Bob. Come on, who doesn't want this? And continuing on with Halloween the movie, we have the tombstone right here. But finally moving along from Halloween, we have all the original stuff right here. Starting with the zombie, we got a bad elf, here's a gargoyle, you got a black cat, and then the zombie Santa. Now, I'm not going to pull all of these off the shelf, but I think they're all the same in the row. On the second shelf, you have this winged skull. I can see somebody getting this as a tattoo. We got this beat up house right there. Halloween skull clown thing. This pumpkin's throwing up. And then you have another jack-o'-lantern that's actually pretty happy. We have the corn stalker, a witch, a creepy nutcracker, along with another witch. Here's a normal jack-o'-lantern and a creepy clown head. Medusa right there. I don't think they've ever made a Medusa animatronic at Spirit Halloween. Here's some more jack-o'-lanterns with this creepy nurse, a skeleton flamingo, these skulls right here, creepy reindeer with this messed up turkey, the headless horseman, along with this elf. Here's the Reaper, a random shark. He's not even messed up, it's just a shark. An interesting one, the Yeti, with these witches doing something right there, a messed up unicorn with a creepy snowman, a weird looking pumpkin man with this doll head. We got some octopus thing right there, a gingerbread man. Here's Krampus once again, a mummy, a clown, and my personal favorite, the mistletoe, where it's literally a cut off toe. How beautiful. Gets me right in the Christmas spirit. That was all the ones I could see right out in the open. Unfortunately, they didn't have my favorite one, the Christmas Story. I'm a little disappointed. But we'll have to move on to everything else. Now, I'm not even sure if you would count this, but they do have some different stuff that's all in black. But it's really nothing too special. You got a couple wreaths, bows, and whatever else they have, but it definitely stands out because everything else is so colorful. This is like the rest of the family, and then you're just sad in the corner. And they have even more of that right here. Big ornaments, little ornaments, and a bunch of ornaments in a container. This is an emo Christmas right here. And don't forget the skirt, the bows, and even stockings that are right next to the speaker that I have to scream over so I don't get copyrighted. Now, I didn't see this one until now. They had a Ghostface sidestepper, but here's Gremlins. Oh, that's cool. It lights up and everything. Now, another area where you're gonna find a lot of Halloween items is in the ugly sweater section. Ghostface one right here, but it's already breaking. Maybe that's why they're already on sale. I remember this one from last year where it's Ghostface and it says he sees you when you're sleeping, which makes no sense to me because that belongs to Freddy Krueger, not Ghostface. You have another Ghostface one right next to those, and even another Ghostface. But they also have some other people like Michael Myers. You got Michael Myers from Halloween 2. This one seems more like Valentine's Day or something. We got Chucky on this sweater, along with Art the Clown, and Art the Clown once again that says holidays are terrifying. Now, they do have some more, but it's right by the speaker, so I can't even talk near it. But here's Terrifier and this skull. Moving on to the t-shirts, they have a few things worth noting. You have Seasons Creepmas with Nightmare Before Christmas. Ghostface once again saying he'll see you when you're sleeping. And actually, I didn't even realize this whole section is just Halloween stuff mostly. But none of them are as creepy as this one right here. I actually bought this last time because it's so scary looking. But speaking of shirts, Spirit Christmas has their own merchandise with sweatshirts right here and even their own hats that I'm actually wearing right now. They gave this to me for free when I went to the flagship opening, so I decided to wear it for this location. But if you want hats that are Halloween themed, you have a couple right here along with this Jason Voorhees one. Over in the pillow section, they got this one right here along with this Santa at the bottom. They of course have a couple plushes. Some of these are just carried over from Spirit Halloween. What the heck is this one? Okay, it's like a messed up Christmas tree. And then this one looks like a giant cough drop or something. What even is that design? But because there's nothing creepy in the inflatable section other than, what the heck, Squid Game Girl? That's it for everything creepy in Spirit Christmas. Make sure to subscribe and buy merch. Link in the description. Look at this thing blowing around. He's so excited for Christmas. Whoa!